Stu, what do you make of the start of the season for Liverpool? What is going wrong?
Lack of intensity. Liverpool base their whole game plan, whether it's closing down or when they win the ball back, get it in behind the opposition as quickly as possible. They do it better than anybody else in terms of winning the ball back in good areas and counter-attacking quickly, playing balls over the top. They play more percentage balls than probably any other team, and that's what they're good at doing. But if they drop their intensity by 5%, 10%, they've got a problem, because once that initial press or the midfield get bypassed, then they've got a back four that gamble, and I say that word, gamble on playing a high offside line. And if it gets broken, they make bad decisions. And they've got a fullback that doesn't want to defend and doesn't know how to defend. So that's a major problem for them.
There's also a lot of injuries, and Klopp mentioned it before even the Fulham game, I think, the first game of the season, when he said this week training was crazy, in the sense, like he almost said, I think, like if there was a witch and players one after one. Yeah. Obviously, when you lose a Matip and then Konate, who's his replacement, when you lose Thiago Alcantara so early, when you don't have Jota, when Darwin Núñez gets sent off, when you've got all those problems, it doesn't help either, right?
No, of course it doesn't. Then he's also then got to question what he's been doing in pre-season, the intensity, how they were training. Did they train too hard? Did they not train quite hard enough? Were the players fit when they started playing the pre-season friendlies?
But they were good against
they were excellent,
for example.
Yeah, but so
something dropped in between.
Yeah, I think the mentality for that Community Shield game was absolutely excellent. That's what you expect from Liverpool.
That's true.
And I think it was helped that it wasn't played at Wembley. It was played at Leicester's ground.
Yeah.
So there was the crowd were close to the pitch. So the crowd were right behind them. They played with that intensity.
Yeah, they did.
And they were able to do that. Whether that didn't help them because they, one or two players got injured after that. One or two players probably weren't quite fully fit to play at that intensity when they've started the league season. Defensively, I think they've been all over the place at times.
I think the Fulham game away, they took that lightly.
Yeah,
really, and it took them a good 45 minutes to react, come back, and in the end they got a draw. Be lucky. I think the Crystal Palace game, they started well. They had 20 very good first minutes.
Yeah.
They could not score, and then the Zaha goal on the counter, sort of like, did you say cut the grass under their feet? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And after that, I think it's difficult to get back in it, even if they did with the Luis Diaz goal. I think the defeat at United, where for me, United clearly played it long to beat their press, not get too exposed, then won the second balls and then defended with their heart out. They showed so much character. United had 30% of the ball, Liverpool 70%. Liverpool didn't really know what to do. I thought Klopp should have had a plan B. When clearly the press didn't work because there was nothing to press because they were playing long. They didn't know what to do, and to me they looked a bit lost. So then we can come on to Klopp. How much this poor start of the season is done on him? There's this theory that seventh season for him are bad. At Mainz it was bad. At Dortmund it was bad, and this is his seventh season at Liverpool. I don't believe in all of this.
No.
But maybe after a certain time, maybe even his message gets a bit tiring for the player, all that intensity, everything.
Well, I went to a school that the headmaster was only given 5 years. That was their policy. We only give you 5 years, whether you're good or you're bad. You get 5 years, because after 5 years, the message starts to wear thin. So they get somebody else in. Now, I'm not saying Liverpool need to get somebody else in. There's two ways a manager revitalises things. He either changes himself, and changes what he wants to do, which I don't think Klopp's going to do because he's got a certain way of playing, or you change the players, or you gradually change the players. So those players are hearing a new voice to them, which obviously with Mane going and one or two other players going, there are some new players, but maybe not enough. He hasn't refreshed it quite well enough over the last 2 or 3 years. I'm still sure that Liverpool will do quite well.
Yeah,
but at the moment, they look like a side that are just lacking intensity. They're lacking guidance when they don't win the ball back early. And he's got to work on that back four. You cannot gamble on playing offside as they're doing at the moment. And he's got to make his mind up about Alexander-Arnold. I'll say it. He does not want to defend. The goal against Fulham, where he ducked out of a challenge against Mitrovic, that's just not good enough. The first goal, when he doesn't recover and then is walking and at the last minute thinks, this is danger. Yeah. Van Dijk doesn't want to close the ball down when he's got his hands behind his back, when the ball's only 5 yards away from him. That has to change. They're things that Liverpool didn't do when they're successful.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.